going wide. Kitty, no licky loos.
What are you saying to that cat?
She licking herself too much. Oh great, it starts on me doing a hideous yawn.
Knife, stop looking yourself. So, how's it going, Heather? I see you're wearing your nice pajamas.
Are these my nice one? I mean, they're nice in general, I guess. I was just looking.
I like them. I think they look cute on you.
You're cute.
Don't you freaking lie to me.
I don't have to, because I'm telling the truth.
Well, you just called me cute, so you're obviously either delusional or you're lying to me.
You lie to yourself.
Yes, and that is my prerogative.
I don't think it is. I don't like that song either.
Alrighty then. Well, Clayton's with us. He's out in the chat saying he's early. He just got done watching Dragon Ball Z Abridged and also hello.
That's fine.
Yep.
I'm just pasting my stream everywhere and then we'll get started.
I bet you I can put it in my server faster than you can. I just did.
That's fine. I skipped it because you're supposed to be putting my stream in there.
Yeah. Honey dropped the unicorn says hot.
Oh, hello. Okay. Back to sitting down regular. My back is done. Okay, guys, how's it going? Today, we're getting back to work with the hat we were making for my sister because it's still not done. But, it's gonna need at least to be way bigger than this, and then we can just do some single crochets for them.
Let's see though. It looks like you're making some good progress.
Yeah, I guess.
So how was your day today, Heather? What have you done?
Not really much. I got up and did what I usually do on a Saturday. Saturday is my chore day. I did my laundry, I cleaned things, I painted my toenails, and I called my mom because reasons.
Well, that's good.
Yep, I'm good.
Did you have a nice conversation with your mother?
Oh, yeah, sure. Seems like after I bought a car, everyone else in the family decided they wanted a new car. So it was,
that's a heck of a coincidence.
Certainly is.
You seem tired. You tired?
I'm always tired. I guess what I need is something to pep me up, and what better than a box of chocolates my boyfriend gave me.
Yeah, your boyfriend's no good.
Just don't talk shit about my boyfriend, I'll kick your ass.
Did he get you some good chocolate though?
Yeah, it's very decent.
Nice.
Something with a nut in it, but I don't know what it is. I'll just eat it.
Yeah, my girlfriend made me some red velvet cookies with white chocolate chips in them, and they are delicious, especially with milk.
Your girlfriend made ugly cookies.
It looks like they were supposed to look like hearts, but they kind of look like butts.
What's the difference between a heart and a butt?
Hey, placement on the body, I suppose.
Hey, Brownie, basically you're eating red ass.
Yep. I'm not giving you the satisfaction, Heather.
Just like I will give you the satisfaction with your puns. How does it feel?
I don't really care. Honey Drop Unicorn says last week was very sucky.
Oh yeah,
for
what's...
her.
Is it
That's
because I didn't
something
have my
else to throw
stream?
there. Clayton says he made crossover fan art and it got 179 likes. Hey, that's pretty good. Buck&5 wants to know if we enjoyed playing Battle Block Theater.
Oh, it was fun for me.
Yeah, I had fun too. It's a halfway decent game.
Yeah, I like the style of the whole thing. The art style is very simple and very cute and silly. And the narrator's silly too.
Dexter Thormus says it's funny that we're talking about our mothers because his mother's birthday is today.
Yeah, you'll have to give her a happy birthday for us.
Igorno says, hello, y'all slapperjackers. That's not a word.
Yet you said it.
Buck&5 wants to know when the next time we're going to see each other in person will be.
Later this year, I think.
Yeah, I think August at this point. Almost certainly Forever Free Northwest at this point.
Oh yes. Did you see on Twitter BabsCon got mystery skulls to play for them?
Really?
Yeah, I'm flabbergasted. I'm just like, are you serious? You got the mystery skulls to play. They're not pony. But like they're kind of like it's the dude. He's kind of related because Mystery Skulls was animated by a Brony dude who did a fan animation of one of his songs way back when. But yeah, so I guess he has some relation or connection to the Brony fandom, but I can't believe they got that to happen.
Hey, anything's possible if you got the money for it.
I suppose. I'm surprised BabsCon does. Still not going to BabsCon though.
Yeah. BabsCon was kind of like a death by 1,000 cuts kind of thing for us. You know?
Yeah, I know. The hotel is nice but too expensive and doesn't offer a lot.
The hotel is nice but too expensive. They can't seem to get their scheduling right. And a lot of their stuff just really isn't that interesting.
It was convenient for a while because I lived in California, but now I'm just like, whatever. Nothing happens in Arizona. Except for Masked Singer in July.
Yeah, you're going to go to that concert, aren't you?
Yeah, next paycheck I'm getting my ticket.
Yeah, so Honey Drop really did have a bad week there. Her dog passed away, was 15 years old, and
Aww.
the dog's sister has separation anxiety now and is making a lot of noise.
Oh, that's a tough pill to take, gotta say. I remember my friend had like a 15-year-old dog. Gosh. I'm sorry to hear that. You best be there for your dog.
Yep.
I don't know what's in here. I don't know if this is peanut butter or what.
Murdoch Quitland Rockefeller says, good evening, and he used zeros instead of O's, and it's kind of bothering me.
Just don't look at it, dear.
Igorna says, Mystery Skulls is now Brony music. I can't wait for them to do a Discord cover.
Well, in a way I'm kind of not surprised because Mystery Skulls is a heavily electronic music, a heavily electronic musician, and Brony music tends to be like that more than half the time. So see it. He has good music though.
Mm.
I've shown you Mystery Skulls, Bronny.
What?
I've shown you Mystery Skulls. Remember those music videos?
Yeah, it's very good music and very cool animations. Clayton says, I enjoy the idea of Jake Long, Steven Universe, Danny Phantom, and Marco Diaz from Star vs. the Forces of Evil having a cage fight, but don't worry, they'll all live. Well, he says cage deathmatch and then says, don't worry, they'll all live. I hope they all die.
Oh, I
Aside
like
from
Jake
Marco
Long.
Diaz, I don't like any of those characters.
You don't like Jake Long? You don't like American Dragon?
I've never seen it.
Hey, watch a little bit of it. It's pretty good.
Okay. I will watch it and then I will decide if I like. But right out of all that, Marco Diaz is the only character that I liked.
Out of the only show you liked, which I cannot understand.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I like it either. But, I enjoy it. It's fun enough, I guess.
Don't even try. I don't know. I watched that show, like the first 3 or so episodes of it, and I'm just like, I'm just not seeing in this. I don't like Star. I don't like Marco. I think that's the problem. I didn't like anybody I was presented with. Their villains sucked at the time. I hear they got a better villain after that, but like, give me something to like at the beginning.
Yeah, Ludo was not the main villain. The main villain shifted a few times. There was this video that I was curious about. And it was like Star versus the Forces of Evil, where it all went wrong and things like that was the title of it. But this video was 2 hours long. And it's like, whatever you could possibly say does not take 2 hours to say.
Yeah, I don't get that sometimes. I'll see a video like that, and I'll try to muscle through it, and I'll be like, man, you could have summarized everything you said in a few sentences, but you just wanted to go on and on and on about it for a long-ass time.
Yeah, I hate that crap.
Hey, did you get
Oh, goodness gracious. And yeah, a lot of YouTubers do that all the time. It's like, this video does not need to be this long.
And then break it up in the middle with an advertisement.
Break it up with enough advertisements to, where it's, at this point you have on average more advertisements than television. It's like, why? Why do you do this to me? You were the chosen one, YouTube.
Ow, Kitty, why did you put claws in me?
Because she's a stupid demon cat.
Shut up. Like, seriously, she just licks. I think it's because she keeps her claws out like 24/7. She doesn't put them back in. You can see them. And she just sets her paw down on me, and I'm just like, ow, what the fuck? Why are your claws out all the time? Put them back in.
She's a demon.
Maybe she's not even a cat. Look how dark she is. She's an enigma.
Vulcan5 says, is it bad that Brony music always makes me think of the Living Tombstone?
Well, duh.
I think so, because the Living Tombstone hasn't been a Brony for like 6 years at this point.
Yeah, he was definitely one of the big people that started it all out, and a lot of people tried to follow in his footsteps and be exactly what he was, even though they should have been something more on their own. You shouldn't let one person define, like, our genre of music. There are plenty of other musicians in this frickin' fandom that I could think of off the top of my head, and they're not all frickin' electronic.
Yeah, and some of them are even good.
Like L-Train.
And some of them are even still active.
Like L-Train.
Brony blows the heck out of most other musicians in the fandom, in my opinion.
I liked Ponyphonic for a while.
I was listening to Ponyphonic earlier today, and yeah, they're really good too.
Yeah. Look what you. I really liked Ponyphonic's song Autumn. I don't know what it was about Autumn, but I really enjoyed it. It's on one of my easy listen playlists.
That reminds me of Jackalap's Autumn Leaves.
I don't know
Um,
Jackraps.
and then it was covered by All Levels at Once, and All Levels at Once did a way better job because All Levels at Once has halfway decent singing voice.
Do you remember the song Love Letters?
No, I don't.
It's amazing because it was all about an OC called Love Letters and a pony that who loved to give people Valentine's cards. It was really cute.
Oh, was that by Sherclop?
I think so.
Yeah, I think I like that song didn't stick with me like their other OC songs did. Like Hard Knocks.
Oh yeah.
Hard Knocks is one of my favorite Brony songs of all time.
I gotta read down one.
It's one of my favorite songs of all time. Period. Especially when that song came out. That was like I was, you know, where I was in life when that song came out was like, oh my God, this song is my life. What else is really good? They got Daydreamer or Daydream, whichever one it's. I think it's Daydream actually.
Dang it! I had no C named Daydream.
To find it's just a daydream. What can I say? I'm just a seed. That's a very nice song. Let's see here. Buck and 5 wants to know if I ever do a Buck to the Face on a Sombra episode, would I bring my Sombra costume into it? Probably not.
Ronnie, I've been thinking about it, and I feel like we should do a Buck to the Face on Mau Mau.
Maybe.
Maybe yes.
I'll consider it. Megan McGonagall saw the Sonic movie today and says it was worth it and awesome.
That's good to know. I gotta go see that. Ronnie didn't take me to go see it on Valentine's Day.
Yep, I tried, but I couldn't afford the plane ticket.
Damn it.
Well, that reminds me, Heather. So I was talking with my mother earlier today too, and I was like, so yeah, here's my plan. I'm going to try to get my own rent a house to myself once I'm past my probation at work. And she goes, when does that happen? And I said, if I counted the days right, mid-April. So I'll be looking around May. And she goes, oh well. You know, you're not supposed to count you're supposed to count the weekends and the days that you had off. So it should actually be more like the beginning of March. Which can, if I want to, move up my timetable like I was talking about, but I might hold back and save up some more money first. I don't know. I gotta
Maybe
think
make
about
sure you're off probation first.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in on Monday and ask ask one of my coworkers to clarify it for me. I'm not gonna ask that dude who's running the place jack squat. Let's see here. Bigorna says, screw them all. Johnny Test beats everyone, and I think I now have to ban Bigorna.
Yeah, Johnny Test was okay, but
Johnny Test was trash.
tolerable trash. My nephews would watch it a lot, and I was able to get through it.
Battleship Agincourt wants to know what we thought of the Super Bowl.
Nothing. I didn't watch it. Masked Singer came on right after, so I watched that.
I went to a Super Bowl party just to go to a party because I like going to parties. God, the commercials were bad this year.
Nothing interesting?
No, I swear they were all written by Viners.
Are they still alive?
Well, the Viners themselves, for the most part, yes, but obviously not the platform. Some of them moved over to Musically, which then became TikTok, and instantly became cancer, just like everything else on TikTok.
You say that, but I'll show you TikToks and you'll think they're funny.
Yeah, you somehow, find the nuggets of gold in the dumpster of crap.
You just gotta be able to willing to mind the mind, Bronny. Mind the ore.
Alright then. Buck and Five wants to know if you were in charge of Equestria, would you punish Discord for the whole Grogar thing?
I'd probably make him feel really, 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 really bad about himself. And that would be a
He did.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably just be like, you were so stupid. Just so unbelievably stupid. That was just the dumbest thing anyone had ever. And he'd be like, are you done yet? I'm like, nope, nope. You need to know just about how retarded this idea was. So freaking stupid. Sit down. This is going to take a while, Discord.
Rarity grabbed him by the beard. Like, do you know how mad you have to be to grab a Chaos God by the beard?
He deserved it. That girl knows what's up.
And then Buck and Five wants to know if you checked your scratches for blood. Does she break the skin on you?
No, she was doing it to my pants. Sometimes she does, but like, it's at most it's just a little itchy. You see, it's a little red, and then I just rub some hydrogen peroxide or some like Vaseline on it. It's fine.
It's mostly just pokes. She pokes me and I don't like it. Don't like it, Cookie. I don't like that at all.
Honeydrop says there's a brony artist who needs help. Their channel got hacked, and now they are constantly posting live streams for bitcoins.
I think I heard about that one on Twitter. Didn't she get that under control?
I have no idea. This is the first time hearing about it. Who was it?
I don't remember the name.
Let's see here. What else do we got going on? So, let's see now. Heather, are you going to watch the Sonic movie?
Yeah, I am. Don't know when.
I might go on Tuesday, but I might also save my money.
I don't know when I'm gonna go, if I go.
Let's see now. What else do we got going on in the chat here? Bigorna says, imagine spending Valentine's Day any other way than watching the Sonic movie. Hey, that's not a hard thing to imagine, and I think I would prefer that.
I think we did that.
Did Knife get a Valentine's Day present?
No, she didn't. I didn't have anything for her, and I don't know. I mean, what am I gonna do? Give her kitty chocolate? So yeah, sadly I didn't get her anything because I really didn't think it to. And she's just like,
I don't think Knife has a concept of Valentine's Day.
well, no crap, but I gotta make sure my baby feels loved all the time.
Yeah. Buckin wants to know how many takes did I require to do, I believe, in a thing called love. I can't remember. I think it was 10. The high note at the end was the hardest part, and then I had to go back and redo it because for whatever reason my recordings didn't save, and I don't think my re-recording came out as good as my first recording. But the whole song is trash anyway. Oh my god, you just reminded me of how we had one of my childhood friends over when we were visiting for Christmas up in New York. And Heather insisted on showing him at full volume so the whole house could hear that song.
Yeah, him singing that song.
Yes, that's what I meant by that song, Heather.
It was hilarious, and his friend said he
I've
listened
never
to
been
it.
so mad at you in my whole life, Heather.
No, you're not.
Yes, I really did not want to hear that. And like, listen, Heather, my parents' house is big and well built. I went upstairs to the other side of the house and I could still hear it.
You know what was great was his
It
friend.
did not need to be that loud.
His friend went home and listened to the song on the way home.
Yeah, and that I can understand. Like, I can allow that. There's nothing I can do about that. But don't you freaking... First of all, you could have outed me in front of my whole family like that. You realize that, right?
Yeah. I know you're not giving me a serious talking to on a stream full of people. You love me too much. Look at you.
Unfortunately, you're right.
Don't be a baby, Brownie. Don't be a baby.
How's your crocheting coming along?
Oh, well, but I forgot. I put all these things to the side because I wanted to show people how far we've come in the realm of crochet. Because my mom brought me home last week a lot of my stuffed animals, and some of them are things I crocheted. Like here's a plushie I did of Rarity a while back. Look at this horn all. It's a mess and it's coming undone. And I tried to curl her mane and it didn't come out right. Yeah, there's a Rarity plush that should never see the light of day again. And this was a plushie of a friend of mine's OC, Dr. Turquoise, back when I first made OCs and they came out very round and he was weird. He had googly eyes as eyes, but they fell off, so he's kind of faceless now. Still kind of a solid plushie. Here is a Triceratops that I made. The horns kind of are out there, but I think this one's still pretty good. And then here's one that I used to find a lot of pride in, King Sombra. You can see his legs aren't exactly attached right. His horn is freaking huge, and he's a little floppy in the head. But I made a very nice cape on him, and I could see the problems I made with the stitches, and now I know better. And I like that I gave him a neck. I don't really give ponies necks very often. So,
Well, you kind of have to with Sombra, otherwise you're missing one of the key characteristics of his design, which is his armor.
Yeah. So, and I gave him a little crown, which I remember being really awful, but isn't that bad now that I look at it. So, still somewhat proud, but, more proud in like, wow, this was pretty good at the time, but I can do better than this now. Maybe I'll make a new King Sombra plushie at some point, and I can be like, this is what I used to be capable of, and this is a new one, and this is how far I've come. Really a scale of just how far the skills have developed.
Mm-hmm. If you were going to remake any of this stuff, Heather, which would you try to do?
Obviously King Sombra, because he was just my most ambitious project at the time, and I think if I redid him, it would come out really good.
I like that plan. Maybe we should do that sometime.
Yeah, maybe after I'm done with my sister's hat. But, I'm going to make a kitty sweater first, and then we can do a King Sombra plush.
I know it would take a long time, but I think it'd be really cool to see you do something like giant, like the size of your torso big.
Oof, that's ambitious.
Yeah, remember that time I showed you that somebody crocheted a full body predator costume?
God, yeah, I think I do. And
like armor and everything?
Yeah.
When are we gonna do that one, Heather?
Probably around never. I just don't think my skills are there, neither is my patience or my time. You know how long it takes to do something like that? You remember my Christmas vest? Do you know how many months that took? Like 3.
Yeah, we were at that for a while.
And it didn't even fit the person it was supposed to go on. I'm wearing it because it didn't fit my mom.
Let's see here. Megan McGonigal says, to make points in your points, add wires to pose them.
I don't know about wires because sometimes, like, I've tried putting stuff in my plushies before to make them straighter, and they end up poking out through the stitches. So I'm a little nervous to do that.
Hmm. Okay, so Honey Drop wants to know something about me. Is when I was diagnosed with autism, was it done by the school? I don't know. I don't. I think it was done by an actual psychologist, but I really don't know, and it's pretty irrelevant to everything anyway. And then Clayton says, "Wait, Bronny's on the spectrum. He's the Sheldon Cooper of the fandom," and I'm gonna have to ban Clayton because no, the frick I'm not.
You can talk a little bit like Sheldon Cooper, but as for all his other characteristics, I'm gonna give a big no.
Yeah, I can talk like Sheldon if I want to be a prick.
What I mean is you have a particular way of talking. But
I
you know what's
suppose.
speaking of autism, well, I was meeting with my mom and my aunt over the weekend last weekend. My aunt was talking about how she's worried about one of her I think it's probably one of my little cousins, like my second cousin. He's a little kid, and she says, like, they were so worried about him. He's been diagnosed with autism, and he doesn't behave, like, he's very quiet and doesn't talk and stuff like that. And I'm like, and I go to her and I'm like, that's nothing to worry about, I don't think. You just gotta apply him like any other kid and, like, pay attention to him. Bronny, my boyfriend, was diagnosed with autism at a young age, and look at him now. He's perfectly fine. He has a job. He's an ordinary person, and, you wouldn't be able to tell. He's just a teeny bit different, a little bit unique. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, well, here's the thing: is if you get diagnosed, like, I don't know, you really shouldn't. I'm almost of the mindset that you shouldn't tell people they're diagnosed because then it just becomes a crutch. And yeah, you wouldn't believe how many people I've seen that use that as an excuse for everything, and it's not. I mean, shoot, I remember using it as an excuse myself. It's like the one thing that I'm grateful to my older brother for is he beat that crap right out of me.
I was certain I have something, but no one ever told me so I've always been like, well, I have no... I could say I have anxiety, but, doctors never told me I had one, so I won't ever say that I have it. Like, if a doctor's never told me I have something, I'm like, well, I probably don't have it.
Yeah.
So I have no excuses.
Murdoch Quinlan Rockefeller says, I dab, don't dab, see dab, what dab is dab, wrong dab, with dab TikTok.
Okay, ban Murdoch.
Yep, I'm gonna ban Murdoch.
You're in timeout, Murdoch. You've done enough. You've done enough for tonight.
Let's see here. And we got a whole bunch of people in here talking about their diagnoses. Apparently, like, most of the chat here is on the spectrum.
Well, most people are these days.
As well as Shady's roommate, and we know Shady, when we were visiting him, told us about all his stuff that he's got going on.
It seems most people do, at least a lot of people that run in our circles. So I don't see it as a surprise.
The Brony fandom, something like Friendship is Magic is going to attract that kind of person. Because, well, going back to what I was saying earlier, and by the way, Heather, don't forget to do your stretches.
Okay.
But going back to what I was saying earlier, you don't want to tell anybody that they have autism because then it becomes an excuse for them. That actually goes just as much, sometimes even more so for the parents. Because then the parents are like, oh, my special snowflake has autism and I have to treat them very differently now. And that's what screws people up. Because then they end up in special education, And special education in this freaking country is a joke. Nobody tries to teach the special education or work with them. Um, I could actually name people that you and I are friends with that just, should not have been put into special education, but were and are way worse off now for it.
Oh,
And
I
then,
know of
yeah,
only one. I didn't realize there was a lot of people we know had this case happen to them.
oh, we could probably name a few, but yeah, you and I, right now, when I say that, probably, the same name probably pops into both of our heads. I'm not going to say it on stream though.
Yeah, that's their business. Ooh, I
Yeah.
hurt my elbow.
And, yeah, it's just that diagnosis is a freaking death sentence to your whole educational career. I mean, shoot, my parents were like that. And they had me in all kinds of. They had me with an IEP, and they had me with special education, and that did not help me at all. Because what they do is they handicap the whole system to work with you instead of teaching you how to work with the system. Um, because unless you've got it so bad that you're completely disabled, in which case you can't be helped in the first place, then you got to learn to work within the system, and they don't teach you how to do that. They just hold the whole system back, and okay, you're having trouble taking the test, we'll give you more time on the test instead of teaching you how to go faster. Things like that. Um, my first, I think, my first several years of school, I had a one-to-one aide, and that didn't help, not the least bit. And that was probably, I'd say half the reason I got picked on so much when I was in elementary and middle school, and even going into high school.
I can imagine that.
Yep.
I get it. You shouldn't be overprotective with kids in that situation. You gotta learn to, make sure that they know how to fend for themselves. But also, I hate it when they push kids, out of their limits too much. You remember that program, No Child Left Behind? And it was all about freaking making the kids that are in the mid-range score even higher, so we'd have more kids in the higher range rather than focus on kids who were already at a high level and making sure they could achieve even more. Because I think I was swept up in that. I was a kid who was just mid-tier, and they wanted me to do even better. And I'm kind of already doing the best I can do. I'm a normal kid. But then they put you in honors classes in the IB program to push you toward to make so they can just say that they have more kids in these programs. I think it's all just a thing to make it sound very good. And I was swept up in that. They put me in AP classes and stuff like that. And in some places, yeah, I did perform better. It helped me a little bit, but I think none of it ended up mattering when I graduated high school. I think the only thing I can thank it for is that I scored enough credits to where I only had to go to school for a half day at my senior year of high school, which is awesome. It was awesome for me at the time, but I would go into AP classes, and the whole thing with AP classes is if you score high on the AP tests at the end of the school year, those credits will go toward college credits, and I could never score that high. You had to score at least a 4, and I was lucky if I got a 3. Most of my tests were at a 2. I just couldn't do it. And I didn't see why I was in these programs, because obviously I wasn't making the cut that they wanted.
Yeah, I can't explain it enough in a reasonable time frame about how bad No Child Left Behind was for the education system, which was already a joke as it is. I mean, just education in this country in general is a freaking joke.
These days, the kids who are really smart are the ones that are applied outside the classroom.
Yeah. and going back to it, that's a whole other thing. Is the biggest thing about autism isn't even. It's like, yeah, you learn differently, but you can also, like, if you know that, then you can work with that and rewire your brain to work with everything else, or you can play to your strengths even more. But even more so than that is the social aspect of it, is because you think differently, and you don't register things socially, the way everybody else does. That's your biggest weakness, and that's why autistic people are so weird, and they get picked on all the time, and and then they don't never have any friends, so they can't function in social situations. It just gets worse and worse and worse. That starts at a young age. If you get diagnosed at a young age, you gotta make sure that you're focusing their education on those social aspects, and those and learning communication, through nonverbal and things like that. Otherwise, you're just gonna cripple them, and then they get out of high school, when they got the diploma, and then it doesn't mean anything because they can't because they're too socially anxious to get in a job interview, and even if they do get in a job interview, they can't focus, or they can't talk to the person like a normal person, so they're not going to get the job, because people are going to be like, I'm not going to hire this weirdo. So yeah, I recognize that autism is a thing, but gosh darn, it's better to not even tell people that they have autism, or that their child has autism, with the way the system is right now, because they actually have a better chance just going through thinking that they're normal, and they'll be a little stunted, but they'll learn to work with that eventually. And Clayton wants to change the topic, and I've said my whole piece on it. So yeah, let's see what else we got going on. That hat has gotten bigger since we started the stream, Heather.
I hope so.
So before we got on stream, I went over to my friend's house, because we do a workout group together a few times a week, and he just moved into an actual house, out of an apartment. But it's in this neighborhood where people keep throwing garbage into his lawn.
Why?
So we're there, like, brainstorming where the good spot to work out in his lawn is, and we're cleaning it up. We pulled so much glass out of that lawn, Heather. Could you imagine, like, if somebody had tried to go down and, like, do some push-ups and stuck their hand in a whole bunch of glass?
Why are they throwing? It's because no one was in that house for a long time that people kept using it as a dumpster.
I guess so. And like we found a long, slender glass tube, and I made a joke, and I was like, "Oh yeah, there's a piece of someone's meth lab," and my friend looks at me and goes, "You know what? Though that's the most likely explanation for this tube."
Okay, I'm guessing he didn't move into a good neighborhood.
It's not bad, but it's certainly not the best.
I really don't like those types of neighborhoods. I know it can't be helped. Lower income areas just tend to look like this, and people don't take care of shit, but come on. People would just pick up their own shit, it'd be fine.
Yeah, we're pretty certain there's some guy that just happens to be walking by his house every day, at some point in time, with a little bottle, about the like a travel sized bottle of vodka, and just throws it in the yard when he's done with it, as he's passing by on his evening walk. Because I pulled 13 of those bottles of these tiny little glass bottles out of the yard.
Oh, I've seen those. You know where I've seen those is when I used to live in that frickin' Mojave Desert up in California. I hated living in that desert so damn much. It was a terrible neighborhood. We had a house there. I mean, it was my sister's house, but we all lived there, so we had a house there. The neighborhood seemed clean, but as soon as you went for a walk outside of our street, there was just like those planters on the side. You'd find tons of tiny little bottles of vodka everywhere. And I'm just like, I wonder if it's just people gathering together drinking something, or we just have one person here who is a terrible alcoholic.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, we pulled a lot of glass out of there. We pulled a lot of those bottles out of there. Apparently the last person who lived in this house before my friend just took such bad care of it that that she had to get evicted because the city was fining my friend's landlord with how badly she was damaging this house and this yard.
Like, was it just her doing nothing, or was she actively just making things worse?
I think she was actively making things worse by being a trashy human being.
God.
Yep. Christina's in the chat, and she says the cleanest city I've ever been to is Istanbul, and Turkey they put everywhere to shame. I have no idea. I've never been to Istanbul.
Me neither. Can only dream.
But yeah, so we're gonna work that place into our rotation for locations for our workout meetups. And now I'm, considering what I'm gonna do for my place when I have one. Right now I'm looking for cheap kettlebells and dumbbells, and I'm not finding any.
That's unfortunate.
Yep.
Are you good with yard work, Bronny? Because if you get a place with a yard, you're gonna have to like fit in time to mow the lawn and stuff.
I can cut grass and I can trim. Don't ask me to garden anything, because I'll kill every plant in that garden. That's how bad I am at it. I just do not have a talent for gardening.
Mm.
And if a tree needs to get trimmed, I'm probably going to call a professional.
That's gonna be unfortunate when we have a fruit tree.
Indeed. So I'm going to have to get better. Let's see here. Yeah, oh, and I was also thinking about if I have a garage, hopefully the garage is big enough that I can make put padding on the floor and have a little workout area in there.
Yeah, I have a yoga mat you can use.
Well, no, I would need something a lot bigger than a yoga mat. I was actually going to get some of those puzzle piece gym floor mats.
Oh, that's weird.
And
cool.
put them down there. Yeah, so I was pricing out that stuff before we came on stream, and I'm looking to spend about somewhere between $200 and $300 to get 400 square feet, which is a 20 foot by 20 foot square.
I don't know why.
So that'll be nice to have. And then you can come over and we can wrestle.
Wrestle.
Yeah. I don't think you can take me in wrestling, Heather.
Are we talking about high school wrestling where you have that head thing on and you try to pin somebody?
I don't even know that game.
Because I think if it
I know it's a thing, but I do not know how to play that game.
My brother Alexander did that in high school, but frickin' you probably have me there. You have weight and size on me.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be kind of tough. It's an uphill battle for me.
That's what I gotta do, Heather, is I gotta send you to a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class, and they're going to, show you how to beat me up. because I'm very bad at wrestling, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is all about beating up somebody who's bigger than you.
Well, there you go.
Yep. What do you think of that, Heather? I'm such a good boyfriend.
Totally.
Yep. So that's everything that's going on with me right now.
I signed up for benefits yesterday. They go into effect in March.
Cool.
Yeah.
Which is only a couple of weeks away, so what kind of benefits are you getting?
Oh, health, dental, vision. All that stuff.
Mm.
And I got life insurance too. So, good for the people if I die.
We might need to wait until life insurance until we're dual income, because I don't think we can afford it otherwise.
I can afford it.
Buck5 wants to know if you can take me in arm wrestling. I don't think you can.
If I cheat, street rules. As like I said, most things with me and him are gonna be an uphill battle because he has a lot of advantages. He's bigger, he's stronger, and he's been doing this shit a lot longer. Like, I think I'm still kind of fat, but like, I work out weekly, like at least 4 times a week, so I think my endurance and stuff is at least up. And Bronny says I seem to have a knack for like fighting to a degree when I've horsed around with him. And I've learned a bit from him, but like that's a long way off from everything he has accumulated over the course of years of training. Like think of it this way, he's Tigress and I'm Po from Kung Fu Panda. And I'm talking like first movie Kung Fu Panda.
Well, I don't even think of the third movie, Po could take Tigress.
Yeah, but you get it.
There was a scene where Tigress was just straight beating him up, as she does in every movie.
No, I think only in the second. Well, I only remember it. Like the first movie, probably because they were training. The second movie, I particularly remember it because he was training, and she was trying to get out of him what was bothering him, and then he tells her he was adopted, and she goes like, "You were surprised that your father, the goose, is not really your father. You must be very shocked."
I guess not in the second movie, but in the third movie, he was training to fight the dude, and she came up and started fighting him and beat him up.
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember it very well.
Gorna says I'm going to be the next Steve Austin in no time.
Okay.
I'd rather not be Steve Austin. I'd like to have Steve Austin's money. I want to make as much as he does, which in the grand scheme of things is probably not all that much, but it's still a lot more than I make. Yeah, I'd go on a wrestling show. Clayton Johnson said that scene, and I'm guessing he's referring to when we were talking about Tigress versus Po in the third movie. He says it was adorable. Iris P95 is in the chat and says, "Hi, Bronny and Heather. How are you doing, Iris?"
Hi.
Did we hear about the woman who is suing Pixar, Heather?
For what?
I didn't hear about this either.
I'm guessing it's probably something stupid like, Pixar corrupted my child. This movie.
Yeah, I have no idea. But maybe it is something legitimate. Maybe, Pixar screwed her over.
Well, there's nothing but nut in this one.
Yep. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, she hasn't said anything else about it since then. You getting another piece of chocolate?
What?
You get another piece of chocolate?
Yeah.
Nice. How is it? Which one did you get?
One that was just like a nut.
Hmm.
You know, I'm not crazy about nuts.
I love it when there's chocolate inside of chocolate.
Yeah.
How was that work on Valentine's Day, Heather? And one of my coworkers he had a box of candy. She was just going around saying, "Here, take one," you know. So there were two left, and I picked one at random, and I bit it, and it was coconut.
Ugh.
Yeah, I was a little bit disappointed. I didn't say anything because it was a nice gesture, and I'm grateful, but it was coconut.
I hate coconut.
That's like one of the very few things. That's one of the very few candy flavors that I don't like.
Yeah, this guy will eat banana taffy.
I love banana taffy.
Because you're a weirdo. You're a freak.
The Gordon wants to hear me read about a Bible verse.
No thanks.
Specifically, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life.
No thanks.
Shady says, you wrestling is like me sword fighting. It's entirely for the experience and should be gone into full with the expectation of getting hurt. And I'm looking at you, Heather. I'm guessing referring to you freaking breaking his finger.
Was it broken?
No, it wasn't broken, but you made it bleed.
I'm sorry! And I'm also sorry for breaking his swords.
Yeah, we accidentally broke one of his swords. That's going to be your next lesson, Heather. Is I'm going to teach you how to swing fast without swinging so hard.
It's hard not to swing. Like, you want me to swing it fast. Everything is going into it, Brian. The whole thing.
Heather, what did you think of Avatar: The Last Airbender?
The cartoon or the movie? The movie sucked, but the cartoon was pretty cool.
Okay, so this woman that's suing Pixar, according to Honey Drop, they stole the design on her van because she has a unicorn on her van. But hers look crappy and nothing like in the movie that they supposedly stole it from, which is their new movie Onward that has only a trailer right now. So yeah, it's a BS lawsuit.
Yeah, it sounds like bullcrap.
Yep. Vulcan5 wants to know if you're going to eat that whole box of chocolates tonight.
I'll think about it. Maybe I will. I'll feel
I
bad about
almost
it.
ate all your cookies. I
Yeah.
almost ate all of those red velvet cookies you sent me. I put the tin on it. There's like 3 or 4 left right now.
Oh yeah, I baked him some red velvet cookies for Valentine's Day this year. And apparently they were good. You can ask Sweetie to double confirm it because when I was baking them, she tried them too. She seemed to like them, and I liked them too. Actually, like I really liked them. Like I tried one. I'm like, man, I hope these taste good, and I'm like, oh yeah, I actually do like this a lot. And I bet they'll come out even better the next time. I was thinking of Christmas.
What do you think about... Go ahead.
I was thinking about Christmas this year since I will be seeing your family. I at least send them a tin of cookies in the mail.
Yep. Gotta make sure we do that.
I'll make snickerdoodles and red velvets for them.
Heads up, I think Brandon's going to be joining us in a couple of minutes here.
That's good.
Yep, because he just, like a second ago, pinned a message in our Discord group where we're having this call. And he pinned, "Who wants some green tea?"
I don't like green tea.
Why don't you like green tea, Heather?
It's gross.
Why don't you like anything that's good, Heather?
Because everything you think is good sucks.
Green tea is amazing, though.
It sucks.
Heather, do your stretches.
Hold on, I gotta finish this one.
Do your stretches while I get us another cup of green tea.
I don't want that.
The green tea, Heather.
You drink it. I don't want it.
Buckin5 wants to know if Sweetie is a good cook. What do you think, Heather?
Yeah, she's cooked for me a handful of times, and it's been pretty good. Like, there's obviously, like, stuff I just stomached to be polite. Like, her father actually made us steaks for New Year's, and of course a salad came with it with, like, cherry tomatoes and stuff, and, like, I gotta eat the salad, be polite. I don't like cherry tomatoes, though. I don't like vegetables.
That's unfortunate.
They suck!
You need to get you liking vegetables, Heather.
Well, they're terrible, Bronny.
They're an acquired taste because you haven't grown up with them.
Acquired taste, meaning you have to get conditioned to this shit flavor, and then eventually you'll be like, oh yeah, I like it, because you'll say you like anything you can stomach. Rather than what just tastes good.
Yeah, but then after that, you realize it tastes good, and then it's no longer a problem.
No, it always tastes bad. I don't like it. I don't want it. I'm tired of eating vegetables. I hate them.
I don't know what I'm going to do with you, Heather.
I don't know either.
Why do you hate me, Heather?
I hate vegetables, not you.
But I am a vegetable.
God, I hope not. That's not good if you're a human being and a vegetable.
Right, how does that make you feel, Heather?
Sad.
Good, now eat me.
No!
Eat me and absorb my nutrients.
I don't want to.
But I'm delicious.
You're not. You're a dumb old vegetable. I don't want that.
I am the broccoli.
See, I hate that the most.
Dip me in cheese sauce, Heather.
The only way I'm gonna eat it is if I dip it in enough cheese where it's basically pointless that there was ever broccoli there.
If that's what it takes to ease you into broccoli, then that's what we will do. We will do the cheese sauce.
I can't get over the freaking texture of a damn broccoli. Like, it's like hair. I don't want that.
That has not been my experience at all.
Because you have no feeling in your mouth.
I have plenty of feeling in my mouth. I love vegetables.
You're a freak. You just don't understand me.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I don't understand, Heather. Buckin5 wants to know if you enjoy fish.
I'll eat tuna sandwich.
Bigorna says, I loathe vegetables. I put them in terrible recipes so they can't achieve their ultimate goal of being eaten and instead go to waste. Well, that's just a waste of food, and now I'm going to have to hurt you, Bigorna.
I eat a salad every weekday that has romaine lettuce, carrots, and cucumbers in it. And if that's not enough, then nothing is, and I just give up.
Well, what have you tried mixing into them? Christine says that's how she got her brother to eat vegetables.
I put like a dressing on it. Like I was doing ranch, but I moved on to Italian dressing because it tastes all right, and it's supposedly not as bad as ranch. And that's it. I mean, what else can you do?
Well, that just sounds like one thing.
And
We gotta get you some stir fry.
yeah, let's soak it in enough sauces and stuff to the point where it doesn't matter.
Yes. Whatever it takes, Heather.
When I say when it doesn't matter, it means to the point where it's not even healthy anymore, so why are you even giving it to me?
Because that's the starting point. And we ease you into the healthy stuff from there.
It's still all
Get used to it.
At this point, I'll probably eat it just to be polite, but like, I'm not gonna like it.
But I want you to like it.
Well, no, I just won't. I can't like this stuff. It sucks. You can't make it not suck. I'll do it for you, but it's just not going any further than that. I'm not gonna eat this shit for fun.
Heather, you're at like $10 in the swear jar right now, just so you know.
That's okay. I found a quarter and a penny on the way to the laundromat today.
And I found a penny from the same year that we went to the moon.
Oh, is that why you saying it was nice? I thought it was because it ended in 69.
They're the same thing, Heather. Bigorna says after he started cooking for himself, he was surprised by the versatility of carrots.
I'll eat a carrot. It's tolerable.
Yep, and they won't rot your teeth. Acknowledge my pun, Heather.
You don't deserve it.
Yes, I do. You see, this is the thing, Heather. You're constantly saying I should love myself, but you don't even love me.
I love you. I just won't give you anything you don't deserve.
But why don't I deserve to have my puns acknowledged, Heather?
The fact that you made them to begin with, and also I'm still kind of mad about the vegetable thing.
Oh my gosh. There's just no pleasing you, Heather.
No, there isn't, is there?
It would certainly appear so. What about V8? Have you tried V8? I'm pretty sure that stuff's got a lot of sugar in it, but I should look at the nutrition facts again.
It always looks so gross. I mean, a vegetable drink? Come on.
Yeah, but it doesn't taste like a vegetable.
Why? Yeah. Typical.
Shady Oak says, we'll get you eating healthy and you'll see the labor in no time.
I don't like it. Hold on, Bronny, you're lagging out. What did you say?
I said I don't know if the pun was intended from Shady, but I certainly did it.
Oh, I get it, but I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Have you said anything, honey? Because I did not hear you for a solid minute. Oh, there it goes. Alright, Ronnie, something's happening here because I usually can hear a lot of background noise from your microphone, but then it suddenly goes out and then comes back in.
Yeah, you're glitching out for me a lot too. You still haven't gotten you that, Ethernet cable. You really gotta do that.
I really don't think my modem has a place for it to go. At least I haven't seen. Ah, here's some. So it could potentially. But hell if I'm gonna buy one. Oh, my butt.
Nothing. What about it? Do you enjoy energy drinks?
Yeah, energy drinks, for the most part, a lot of them don't taste good, but there's this one I tried last year when I was pulling night shifts or double shifts that I tried and it tasted better, was Bang. And Bang is like most other energy drinks, but it takes it up even further to the point where it has like if you drink Bang, that should be your entire caffeine intake for the whole day, or you are just risking some shit. But it tastes better. But yeah, I don't try to make a habit of drinking it.
Are you still there, Heather? I think we lost connection.
Oh, did you not hear a word I said?
You cut out pretty heavily. At least for me. Yeah, I don't know if it is and I did.
Well, I'll just say it again, but you've been cutting in and out for me too. But I was saying there was an energy drink I tried last year that tasted better than most, and it was called Bang. But the thing is with Bang, it has more caffeine than like any other energy drink I've seen. If you drink Bang, that should be your only caffeine intake for the entire day because, God, it's a lot of caffeine, but it got me through some shifts. And it tasted better, so, if I had to pick an energy drink, it'd be that one.
Definitely a problem.
What?
Lorna says he likes Munster.
That stuff doesn't taste good.
Shady says Heather hates veggies, but they don't care at all.
Mm-hmm.
Turn up the sad music for her. She's just confused.
Mm-hmm.
Some mellow music in here, Heather, and you'll be cool as a cucumber.
Speaking of cucumber, I hate how often I'm gonna have to buy those because in order to have like a full serving of cucumber, you gotta at least eat half the damn thing. So I'm eating like putting half a damn cucumber in my salads, and if I buy like 2 cucumbers, maybe that'll last me the week for lunches. So I gotta buy new cucumbers every other week. Not a fan of that.
Yeah, that is a problem with vegetables.
See, everything about vegetables sucks. The way they taste, how often you have to buy them, how long they last. Jesus.
Yep. Shady potato.
What?
Shady says don't be a couch potato.
I like to see you stop me.
Your disinterest is so intense it's practically leaking. From your head to your tomatoes. Which fruits?
What?
Fruits do you like?
Fruits, oh, I eat a majority of fruits. I like grapes, apples, peaches, nectarines, raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, watermelon. I don't like cantaloupe. Mango is whatever. You know, I've never had a pomegranate, never had the chance. I mean, I think other people have eaten pomegranates. My family has had pomegranates, but we never just had a whole bunch of pomegranates laying around, so I never tried one. Yeah, I was just like, yeah, pomegranate. Because I always thought they were weird and I wasn't sure how to eat them. Like, you open up a pomegranate and it has, like, these weird seeds in it, and, like, do you eat that? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know anything about pomegranates either. How's the crocheting coming along, Heather?
I guess it's alright.
How many more sessions do you think it's going to take to finish that hat?
Don't know. Let me take a look at this right now and guesstimate here. I don't think this is enough progress. Let me see. No, needs to be like it's on the corners of my head. So I think it needs to be like a little bit here. Maybe a couple more rounds.
I don't know, it looks like it's barely covering your scalp at this point.
At one point, maybe we want the hat to be a little snug, but I don't know if I want it that snug.
What are our fun plans for tomorrow, Heather? What do we got?
Does there always have to be a plan? I was just gonna wake up and do what I do. Sunday is a me day.
Well, yeah. I gotta do more work on videos. I might try to make a comic for Tumblr, but other than that, I'm gonna take it easy.
That's what a Sunday is for.
Brandon is in the chat saying, or I give the smack. I'm guessing he's saying he's gonna smack me if I don't do this thing he told me to do, but I'm not gonna do it.
Bronny will read my comment, or I do the smack. So you already did it, whore.
Yeah, but I didn't do it out loud, so
Yes, you did.
I win. No, I didn't.
You completely did it.
I specifically said that I was skipping his comment for that very reason.
I don't know. I think you kind of read it.
I saw it, but I didn't read it. I haven't read anything until I say it out loud, Heather.
Uh-huh.
That's how this works.
That sounds dumb.
Yeah, well, I am in charge here. How's that, Heather? How does that make you feel?
I can boot you out anytime.
I'm sure you can, but you really won't.
Yeah, because I love you. You want to take advantage of my love, Brian? You want to be that person?
I guess I don't.
That's what I thought.
That wouldn't be very cash money of me.
Yeah, it would not. In fact, it'd be the opposite.
Buck and Five wants me to add Brandon on the Scud call, but
We're on Discord.
Brownie, I hope you're ready to receive the smack.
There you go. But also, we're on Discord. Thank you.
Yeah.
Jesus, Brandon. Can you
That's-
chill?
Go ahead, Brandon. Give me the smack. Let's see if I can even feel it.
Alright, give me 1 second.
How did that feel?
Probably not good.
So, TLDR, what has happened so far?
Not much. I think we talked about autism at some point. I crocheted.
We talked about what at some point?
Autism.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And there's been a lot of vegetable puns.
And how I don't like vegetables.
Asparagus. Have asparagus in your
I don't want asparagus.
Asparagus is so good. I
It
love
makes your
asparagus.
pee smell.
So how was work, Brandon? I'm so glad you asked. I did the thing.
With the hat?
I
Yeah,
decided.
what did you do?
With the hat.
Okay, so Brony, if you followed my Twitter, you would know that I posted about a musical hat, quote unquote, that my mom just gave me one day. It's actually a Bluetooth speaker or like Bluetooth headphones. They're just hidden in a granny hat, I call it, because it looks like a granny hat. So I was a little afraid to do it because I figured, hey, if I get caught, what's gonna happen? So after thinking about it for a while and talking to a bunch of other coworkers that I knew wouldn't snitch, I decided I'll do it. So I set up a Spotify playlist that, last I checked, I put enough stuff on there to last a full day.
Alrighty then.
And that wasn't even like the full extent of it. Oh, now I'm curious. How long is my playlist? 24 hours, 35 minutes cumulatively.
You have a whole day worth of music?
Sorry?
You have a whole day worth of music?
The whole day, Heather.
So, yeah, no, I just felt like a secret agent going incognito with like a earpiece in their ear. That was redundant. And I think a couple coworkers were able to figure it out. Because if you look for more than a couple seconds, you'll see a small flashing light that indicates that the Bluetooth is on. I should have covered it with a piece of. And then my front end supervisor. I think she also had an idea. I think she also kind of knew too, because I kept my music down low enough so that if I were to take it off, you wouldn't hear it.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I could keep it on and interact with customers. But I don't know. We were like putting something away, and she kind of like positioned herself so that she would be close to my head, and it was still at a low volume, but like if you kind of tuned out everything else, you could have probably faintly have heard the music. So.
I'd always wondered
What
about.
else is new with me? Oh, Heather
Yes.
quit.
Yes. Are you saying something, Brandon? Because I can't hear it.
Can
What?
if you said something,
I can't hear you
Would you
either.
mind if Brandon plugs his Twitter?
Oh, go ahead, because I keep missing everything he says.
She said go ahead.
Tell him to link it.
it's basically which about putting my actual name in the chat.
I think that's a...
That's my Twitter
I
name.
knew that.
You guys should go to it. I think it's pretty neat.
And that's why.
Technically, if you want to be technical, Kaufman, because our name's different. Like it's got like a different ethnic origin determined. But no, apparently no one can say it. So you just say. Kaufman, like, yeah. I don't understand. I don't know why. No, it's fine.
I don't freaking know. I was feeling a little sick. It was almost like I had a cough, man.
I guess that was something.
My pun, Brandon.
I mean, we all talk every second of every day. I'm talking now.
Yep, but you're not saying anything.
What do you mean?
Never mind. Zodia's talking about how Christine's talking about how she just learned that Mystery Skulls was playing a Pepsi.
Oh yeah, I was talking about that earlier. I was very surprised.
It's kind of, yeah, we're
Not really much. No, it seemed like something I would enjoy.
Actually, check them out. Maybe we'll watch them after this stream.
The more Resident Evil 7.
Screw your Resident Evil.
Front of me.
Just letting them have a conversation because
that sounds more like
I obviously can't hear most of it.
pretty.
What's the problem?
It was kind of
People watching.
How many?
Be honest. Be completely honest.
Tangent that Shady Oak went on with vegetable puns. Time to stretch.
Oh no! No! Oh no!
something that
back for green. It's not. No, you guys mentioned Sunday, and I don't know if any of you said it, but Sunday I think it's generally considered to be the holy day, right?
yeah, it's the Sabbath, it's the day of rest.
Yeah. My thing is would I be spending the day correctly if I'm seeing the Sonic movie tomorrow with a friend? Because I'm seeing the Sonic movie with a friend.
Oh my god.
You'd think I'd learn. When it premiered, I saw the Emoji movie with my little brother. And now I'm seeing the Sonic movie with a friend. And it started out as a joke. I was calling him. I called him. We were chatting. And then it was a couple days before it actually premiered. And I was like, yo, how funny would it be if we just went and saw the Sonic movie? He's like, well, we can go Sunday. And then we actually set up a plan, so.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Just from what it looked like, and granted I haven't really seen too much of it, is it another bad buddy cop comedy movie?
I don't know. I haven't seen it. Heather hasn't seen it. We got people saying no spoilers in the chat before you got here. Heather, do your stretches.
I did.
Buck and Five says I'm cutting in and out.
Yeah, you both are. I've just kind of been going with it.
Our connection's been kind of wonky tonight.
I mean, you all sound fine to me, but I guess it's not Discord's connection that's bad. It's the stream's connection.
Probably.
Yep.
Streaming is hard.
Bagorna says that I should see the Sonic movie as it's the best movie of this month. Somehow I doubt that, considering it came out yesterday. So, or maybe it'll be like the Emoji movie and it'll be critically panned, but it's gonna somehow earn back its budget.
Well, that's because everybody was like, "Hey, we need to not see the Emoji movie and not give them money." You know, I know it's gonna be tempting because you want to review it and tell everybody how bad it is, but just don't give them any money. And don't see the movie, don't acknowledge it. And then everybody was like, you know, secretly, but I'm going to be the one that, now that everybody is convinced to not watch the Emoji movie, I'm going to be the brave soul to watch the Emoji movie and review it.
And then someone else has the same idea.
The problem is everybody was freaking thinking that.
Yeah, so I guess in a way, they got the money back, but not in the spirit that they were hoping they would get the money back in.
Mm-hmm.
In a way. Sonic movie's probably going to be the same way. I don't know. I didn't pay a dime when I saw the Emoji movie. I got in for free. And same thing's going to happen tomorrow. My buddy has movie vouchers, and...
Yeah, but somebody's still paying for that voucher, and somebody's still paying for that ticket.
But it's not directly going to the studio that makes the movie or something.
A piece of it is.
Okay, I've never worked in a movie theater, so I don't know how it works, but if you get a voucher, just a general voucher, and it's not sponsored by any kind of film studio or whatever, it doesn't go to the... It doesn't just go to the theater and other corporations.
The theater might eat that cost. But, yeah, they still paid for it.
I should ask my brother about these things. He works at a movie theater.
What's his position, though?
He does a couple of things. One moment he'll be... I don't know what I don't know what the positions are called. He says there's something called the box office.
That's sales.
Yeah, he does that. He could be cleaning up the theaters afterwards. He could be behind the counter serving the food. I use the word food lightly because it's horrid.
Yeah. low-grade popcorn with, a small packet of
No, not even. They like,
M&Ms or something like that.
not even just that. They try to get fancy, and they're like, "Hey, mozzarella sticks, onion rings, burgers."
Well, that's better than most of the theaters down here, and even then they're like, hey, $15.
I'm someone who likes going to the movies and getting popcorn and stuff.
The only kind of like popcorn I like is kettle corn. Love kettle corn. What's wrong with kettle corn?
Fucking everything!
She said everything is wrong with kettle corn.
No, I heard that, but Heather, are you sure you want to squander our entire friendship and all these everything we've worked for, all the experiences we've had? Do you want to squander
I've tolerated
that in one
so
sentence?
much, Brandon. I've tolerated so much. Your freaking obsession with avocados. This freaking elitist bullshit. I can't anymore. Okay, we're over. It's canceled.
Canceled. I'm gonna send you a big old bowl of kettle corn.
Don't do that. Don't do this to me. Don't fucking try my patience right now.
Yeah, don't be so kettle corny.
I mean, I've had to deal with this bullshit all night. I have to deal with the chat saying I have to eat vegetables. How much more do you think I could take? Let's be realistic here.
Kettle corn's not a vegetable.
It's been a real cornucopia of crap for Heather tonight.
Yeah, like fucking, I can't get good popcorn at home. Like freaking popcorn bags these days don't pop all the popcorn in it, and it's making me very mad. And I feel like the only good places you can get like lots of buttery, delicious popcorn is a movie theater, and you're just shitting all over it with your kettle corn.
Oh, Brawny, give your full analysis on Battle Block Theater. How did you like it? What did you enjoy about it? What didn't you like about it?
Yeah,
It's an alright game. I enjoyed it. And I don't know what else there is to say.
Well, usually when someone gives a general statement like it was okay or it was good or oh it sucked, they usually have reasons for it.
Yeah, that is usually the case, isn't it?
Okay, I guess the better way to phrase it is what were you complaining about the most?
the cats.
Actually, nothing. It was a perfectly good game. Like, it wasn't glitchy. Everything made sense. It was easy to pick up and get into.
I wouldn't say it's easy. It could get. I don't know how far you've gotten, but
We got through all of stage 1, and some of stage 2.
okay, yeah, you've seen nothing.
How long is this game?
It gets abysmally hard. You
I
have no
think
idea.
it has like 8 chapters. So we're not even halfway through.
Yeah, it's a ton. And we got to chapter 2.
Yeah, and Bronny's gaming streams, like, how long are they usually?
An hour.
An hour. Yeah, not
Yeah,
just
we tried, give or take a few minutes.
Wait, what's this? Bucking5 says Brondon. Brondon is that our shipping name? I thought we did away with all the Brawny and me shipping.
I don't know, man.
Clearly not. It's infectious.
But he's asking, have you seen the version of Heather's OCD with the demon eyes?
I'm sure he has.
Yeah, I have. I've seen that.
It's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why he's asking. That's that thing that Bucking5 does. Is he asks questions that he knows the answers to. Because he's seen the videos that Heather's in of mine where she has that face. So I don't know. Yes, I've seen it. I edit her videos. It gets frustrating at a certain point, you know?
Is it is it almost as bad as the people asking you when Buck to the Face is coming out?
It's, yeah, I'd say it's almost as bad. I don't know if it's...
Hey, when's Buck to the Face coming out?
Right about the time you stop asking about it, that's when.
Mm.
I just heard a car honk.
Yeah, maybe Sweetie's home. I don't know.
Buckin5 asks Heather, do you prefer Battle Block or Castle Crashers?
I think Castle Crashers is more nostalgic for me, and I do have a lot of fun with it. Battle Block Theater is still relatively new to me. I guess I do like the more, like, because Castle Crashers was almost completely no dialogue whatsoever. I think, like, there was some sound bites of laughter, of grunts and stuff like that, but that was about it, and I thought that was interesting. They brought in a narrator for Battle Block Theater that I really like. I like that voice actor. He's very funny. I like his voice a lot. So, I don't know. I like them both a lot. I mean, I think Castle Crashers just, like, has a place in my heart already. And Battle Block Theater, I think it's earning its way there. I don't know. I just like Behemoth games. I like the look of them. Their characters are always very small and cute and silly, and I love it.
Nice.
I will say I like a lot of the writing in Battle Block Theater. Heather, I don't think Bronny got to the point, but Heather knows the ice cream quote.
I love that.
That's easily my favorite line.
We'll get Bronny to that point. Where he sees the ice cream part.
I'm looking forward to it.
We still gotta get him to finish Castle Crashers first, though.
Yeah, do you guys want to do that afterwards?
I don't know about tonight, but maybe tomorrow. What do you say, Bronny?
Yeah. Tomorrow is probably a better day after I finish my writing.
Yeah, let's play Castle Crashers tomorrow.
I'll report back on the Sonic movie as we do so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, definitely do that. I want to hear about that movie. I want to go see it.
Eduardo says I should play Roll Force in a future stream.
Have you already?
Yeah, that game is on my list. People who are on my Patreon can suggest that when it's their turn to pick a game.
I like gifting you games because it just adds more to your arsenal. It's more stuff you can do with me.
Mm-hmm. That was it, because it wasn't like technically your turn to pick the game this week, Heather.
Yeah.
It was somebody else's, my patron by the name of Billy, and I just said, hey, it's Valentine's Day. We were hoping to do this. Would you mind if I moved your stream, your pick back a week? And he was like, yeah, go for it. That was very nice of him.
It was. It very much was.
Buckin5 asks if Heather's heard of Alien Hominid.
I have, and I played the demo way back when Castle Crashers was a thing. I liked Behemoth's games so much. I was like, okay, what else did Behemoth made? And the only thing I had heard of was Alien Hominid. And I played the demo of it, and it was pretty fun. Their style back then was very rough, and I'm like, wow, I see how it developed into what Castle Crashers is now. And from Castle Crashers, I can see it even more in Battle Block Theater, the style evolving even more. It's funny going through all those games. I think of it as like just 3 stages of development. Because I think Alien Hominid was one of their first, wasn't it?
I believe so, and it's actually really cool that you described Alien Hominid like that. Because I was looking for a way to describe it. I played it a long time ago, and just from what I'm remembering of it, yeah, it does seem like a very unoptimized what was soon to be perfected in Castle Crashers, like a very unoptimized formula that Castle Crashers worked on.
Yeah, I actually want to get it so I can play all three of these games and just examine where
I don't
where it's come from.
I don't like Alien. I don't really like Alien Hominid that much. It's kind of bleh, but
It obviously didn't get as much traction as their other games, and there's probably reasons for that. But I think it'd be just an interesting study.
Buckin5 asks, could Bronny pick a game of his choice for a stream?
I don't know.
Buck and Five's got to join up on the Patreon, and then when it's so the way my Patreon works is that you're on a number, and I run a random number generator, and if it picks your number, then it's your turn to pick the game.
I will pay you money. I want you to play at least one horror game. and I know you, and I know you don't like horror because you don't like me scared because you're a little baby boy. But I would love to see it. I will pay the money.
All right.
All right.
Someday.
Get on his Patreon, and you know what I do, because like he has his list of games already, and with most of his patrons, he'll just be like, "Here's the list of games. Pick one, bitch." And but like with me, I'll be like, I want like with when it finally picked me. I think it's because I bought Castle Crashers on Steam a while ago, and while I was at it, I gifted it. I think it was the same time he picked me. I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I gifted him Castle Crashers. I'm like, I want to play Castle Crashers, and you're like, I don't have that, and I'm like, well, I bought it for you, bitch.
That. And then you sent Castle Crashers to me, and then the next day it went on sale, and the price dropped to like $2, and we were very mad about it.
Oh yeah. But whatever, I got what I wanted. I think no, it was on sale, but that's why I gave it to you, because it was so cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, man, I bought myself this for full price, but fuck it, I'll just give it to you for a discounted price. And I think that's why I also bought Battle Block Theater for you and me, because it went on sale, and it was cheap.
We all have to play the community maps in Battle Block Theater.
Yeah, we should once we all finish the story.
I feel like that's a good way for it to backfire horribly. Like, I don't see that ending well.
The community maps?
Yeah, community maps are never a good thing.
They're really not. I've played a good amount of community maps on a good amount of games, and not everyone can be a game designer.
Yep.
And yeah, no, I could see the potential for abuse on Battle Block Theater.
Oh, it's rife. The potential is just absolutely rife. What do we want to talk about, guys? We're at the bottom of the chat.
There's
nothing really going on.
And I can't go into spoiler territory because I want to talk about how much I love Resident Evil 7, but I don't want to spoil anything.
No, yeah, that's fair. Though I do want to be spoiled later. Because I know what you're talking about. Like, because, yeah, you were talking about Resident Evil, the game you were playing. You were describing it to me like, oh, yeah, I watched a Let's Play of Game Grumps playing that and only got through the first portion of the game. And I was interested on where it went because, like, some Game Grumps, the series, they start them, but they don't finish the game. And it frustrates me because sometimes it's a really interesting game and they're having good stuff, but I guess it doesn't get enough views and they're just like, okay, let's drop this and move on to the next thing.
It's funny you mention that because I said the same thing. My big brother still watches Game Grumps. I've kind of lost interest in them. And we were talking about this back when there used to be this channel, Two Best Friends Play.
Yeah.
I loved that channel. It recently ended, and we were going back and forth on our channels, and he's like, oh, they start things and never finish them, and I'm just like, yo, are you drunk? That's Game Grumps. if you look through the entire video videography,
Yeah.
I guess, of I'm so used to saying discography because that's music. Um, you just see that there were so many series, there were so many things that they started. Some things were ongoing, like Friday Night Fisticuffs, and they were a really comprehensive and interesting channel. And you could really dig and find a bunch of things you were interested in. And then there was also a nice sense of resolution too, when there was a series that you really liked and they finally get to it in an interesting way. And then Game Grumps is just kind of, yeah, I don't feel like it. And they just don't
Sometimes
do
it's
it.
like that, but they have finished. Like, I'm sure you're not saying they never do, but I think it's really a views thing, like how the it's received, because they've finished games that have been like like well received. Like they finished Super Mario Sunshine, House Party, freaking short games. Of course, they finished
How-
them to completion.
House Party has an ending? That game has an ending?
Oh, you're familiar, are you? Yeah, it's a
No,
porn
House
game.
Party.
It's a porn game. There's multiple endings.
Okay.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
it's censored. It doesn't count as cheating if I'm only watching.
I don't have it, but my friend streamed it to me, and I'm like, why do you play this?
I don't know.
Hey,
It's
Heather.
not even very sexy. What?
Hey, Heather.
What?
10 minutes.
Alright, last 10 minutes of the stream, last 10 minutes of the stream. Any last minute comments, questions, or concerns, please bring them up now or forever hold your silence until next week. God, I am hot.
Yeah.
Is anyone else hot? Why is it hot in here?
I'm pretty warm myself, actually.
I'm fine. Are you all coming down with something?
I'm hot. What's the temperature right now? I would use my AC, but frankly, these people haven't fixed it yet.
What was I saying before? I'm trying. Oh yeah, Heather. Now, if it's a if it's a fuse thing with Game Grumps, what does that say about Game Grumps' integrity as a channel when two best friends play, start something and is dedicated to finishing it?
I'll just say, look what their channel is now. Their channel is over. Game Grumps is still going, and it's a brand now. Game Grumps is it's still pretty personal to its fans and does them and tries to do right by them, but it's a business now. That's what YouTube is. I admire Two Best Friends Play's commitment to completing the games and integrity, but that didn't seem to help them out. They never became as good as Game Grumps, and they ended it. Whether that's because they didn't get as many views or because they wanted to move on to other things, I don't know. But all I know is they didn't go as far.
Well, it ended because, in their own words, yeah, they wanted to do other things, and the two best friends actually stopped being best friends. So that's also something.
And they had drama. As far as I know, at the very least, the Game Grumps keep their drama to themselves and are still able to work together. I mean, maybe in a couple of years they'll fuck that up and I'll look like a huge asshole, but so far they're keeping their shit together.
So far.
I mean, it's been a long time still. They're doing a good job. Like, haven't they been around about as long as Two Best Friends Play?
Probably longer, actually.
See, and they're still going strong.
Bucket5 says, heard of the Two Best Sisters Play series? Yeah, that's that's voice clips from Two Best Friends Play.
Of course, everyone's seen that. I love that.
And I would say to Machinima's already like the videos that they hosted from Two Best Friends Play. They've already deleted that, but I think there's a ton of re-uploads from Two Best Friends Plays. I would go and search those out. Those are entertaining.
Nice. I think they had they had a theme song that I really liked.
That's from funny enough, the melody. That's Green Green specifically from Kirby's Epic Yarn.
It is. I love
I
it.
actually recognize it.
Really?
I
did
never-
not know that was a Kirby song. I find that hilarious.
I didn't get to finish Epic Yarn because I got it for Wii because my little sister had a Wii, and so I bought Kirby games to play on her Wii, and I never got to finish them, which I'm upset about. I love Kirby, especially Kirby's Epic Yarn. That game is so cute.
You never had a GameCube, right?
Nope, never. The oldest game console my family had was a PlayStation 1. We got a PlayStation 2. Then somehow we got an Xbox. And then we became Xbox 360 and we became Xbox people. And I always had Nintendo stuff like a DS, then the Switch, all that stuff. 3DS.
Oh, yeah. I've been primarily Nintendo for a very, very long time. I played the GameCube a lot, and there was a Kirby game called Kirby's Air Ride, and that was fun as hell.
Oh yeah, wasn't it a racing game?
Sorry?
Wasn't it a racing game?
I don't really know how to describe it, because yes, it had racing aspects, but there was also a city trial and a bunch of other
Wait a minute.
other modes.
I think I remember because I played it with. I went to BabsCon. I went to BabsCon just a couple years ago, and I met Nicky V there, and me and him went to his hotel room and played it for a little bit because he brought his GameCube. Yeah, I remember, but you were riding around in something, and I don't remember, gosh, I don't remember what the goal of stuff was, but I remember doing a whole bunch of weird stuff. It wasn't completely racing. I know what you're talking about, though. I did get to play it a teeny bit.
Such a good game.
I did have fun. How can you not have fun playing Kirby? I love Kirby.
Oh, and the soundtrack was great too. That's always good.
I love Kirby.
I've seen a little bit of the cartoon that 4Kids would play.
Right.
I just kind of remember that.
Kirby, that's the name you should know. Kirby, that's the star of the show. He's more than you think. He's got maximum pink. Kirby, here's the one. He's coming right back at ya. He's coming right back at
What
ya.
you started, Brandon? Why did you do this?
You know what
You got
this
more
means?
than you
This
got.
means-
You know you never can stop. He'll get you right back at you before. Yeah. How can I help you, King DDD? I need a monster to stop that there, Kirby.
Oh my God,
That's what we do
stop.
best at NME. You know better get it with the money back guarantee. Do solo.
I can't get her out of the call. She's the
Yeah, you can't get rid of me.
So you know what that means. If you know that theme song, then honestly, I think you know the rest of the songs. That means Sonic X, One Piece.
Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast.
Stop, Brandon.
Gotta go faster.
Rolling the speeds.
Sonic X! Those are songs that are so beautiful because they're meant to be sung very badly.
Yeah, you remember when 4Kids did the they took voice actors and they all came together and they did the national anthem, and it was so bad.
It was terrible and stupid, and it made me feel really weird at the time. Like, when I was a kid, I'd watch this, and I'm like, I don't understand the feeling I get when I watch this, but I realize now it was cringe.
So, at what point was 4Kids not cringe again?
I don't know.
Someone tell me.
Yu-Gi-Oh?
You remember when 4Kids had creative integrity? Yeah, neither do I. What anime openings do we know from memory? I should not have read that question.
I wanna be the very best that no one ever
Pokemon
was.
doesn't count as
Do,
an
do,
anime.
do, do. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause!
Oh, look at that. We have no time left. We are out of time.
Yeah, no, we're done.
Alright,
We're coming at
everybody, this was a great stream. I feel like we made so much progress, not only in crochet, but as individuals. And yeah, I'm not going to eat vegetables, so go fuck yourself.
Swear jar.
Say goodbye. Shut up and say goodbye.
Bye.
Everyone follow my Twitter, Brandon H. Kaufman.
Good job, Brandon. You did a great job. All right,
Really
everybody.
tossed that out right at the end.
Oh, I'm so hot. And anyways, I'm Heather Blossom, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.